This week's assignment is all about making your own lesson plan. We've gone through a bunch of the components. You've written lesson plans in other classes at Leiden, but now you're going to write your first Education Academy lesson plan. So let's get excited. So for this, you're not just going to get a blank lesson plan template and do whatever you want. There's a few requirements. So the basic requirements are you're going to choose a lesson to write for one of the following subject areas and grades. So we have 3 to choose from: 2nd grade math, 7th grade science, or 11th grade English. Whatever you choose to teach about within that subject is completely up to you, but you have to choose between one of those 3. You have to use the Education Academy lesson plan template, which is linked in Schoology, and I will also show you on the next slide. You have to use that template. Do not use the one from preschool. When you submit this, you have to submit your completed lesson plan, as well as a 2 to 3 minute video explaining your lesson plan and how you're going to use all the resources that you have linked in there. So it's one thing for us to read through it and see what you're going to be doing, but I want you to just explain it in 2 to 3 minutes, nothing fancy, okay? So those are the basic requirements. During your weekly team meeting, you are going to be peer reviewing one of your partners. If you have a group of 4, you can just switch with one person. A group of 3, you're going to have to get a little bit more creative, but it's not that difficult. So you just need to switch with one person. Okay. When you submit your weekly selfie from your team meeting, you're also going to have to submit a screenshot of your edits on your peers document. You have to provide your peer feedback. Teaching is all about collaboration and working together with one another. We have to start that here, even though we're not teachers just quite yet. It's a very, very good habit to get into. And there's a lot of times where people see mistakes that you don't necessarily see, or they have some ideas to add into your lesson that would make it even better. Okay, so those are the basic requirements on the left, more for you. And then what you need to do during your weekly meeting this week. On the left, you can see is our Education Academy lesson plan template. This will be linked in Schoology for you. This is what you're going to be filling out. Every single component needs to have something in it. Although you don't have real students with accommodations, modifications, or adaptations in front of you, you have to come up with something hypothetical. Okay, so how could you modify this lesson for someone with a learning disability? Need help with that during our meeting for the week? We can discuss that as well, and I can help you think through that. Okay, so every single part of the lesson plan template needs to be filled out. Also, don't forget, you need to create all of the associated visuals you need to create all of the associated visuals for the lesson. So if you're going to start off your lesson with a handout or a PowerPoint, you need to actually link that in the associated visual section down here. Okay, it needs to be linked there, and I need to have access to all of your documents. Also, make sure that this content side, the left side of your lesson plan right here, looks like an outline. And then the right hand side right here has all the details, time estimates, questions, and different things that you'll be doing with your students. So that's the more detailed side. If you need help, remember we have that lesson plan review video that I made that you can go back and reference from, I believe, the 2nd week. Make this as detailed as possible. The best lessons have the most detail. If you have any questions in the meantime, we'll be meeting multiple times throughout the week, but I just wanted you all to have this so you could go back and reference. Good luck, happy planning.